Which of the different which of the next two aspects of learning English did you find the most difficult? Between speaking and grammar. Because speaking is also something that a lot of French speakers, learners have mentioned to be the toughest part about learning English or talking English is the fact that they had to speak the language, and that's for them it was difficult to just voice the words. And I've heard that recently a lot, especially in the webinars. Most of the learners coming, I've rarely heard grammar. Grammar is more in the classrooms. They say grammar is difficult. But on the webinar, I've heard a lot. Oh, speaking is so hard for me. It was really hard for me. It's still hard for me. So I want to know between the two, which one is the most challenging for you? Is it grammar or is it speaking? Why are you laughing?
Oh,
Yeah,
Um,
so I,
okay.
I'm gonna give the floor to Salif.
yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Um, for me, it's the speaking. It's the
Mm-hmm.
speaking because if you speak, you use grammar rules.
Yeah.
Yes. If you speak, you use grammar rules. So if you don't know how to use the different rules, the different tenses, it becomes very difficult for you to express what you have to express.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you feel like you are so good, you speak but at the end when the coach um uh tell you that you said that it's not correct, you said
Yeah.
that is not correct, so it's like it's not you think you feel like all what I said, I made many mistakes like that. So
Yeah.
for me, is the speaking very challenging because when you are speaking, it means you use the correct tenses,
Mm-hmm.
the correct I mean the correct words. So
Yeah.
in the speaking, we have all this into the speaking. So for me, is the speaking very challenging.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much for this very thorough explanation, dear Salif. Can we hear you about this, Muriel? Which one is the most challenging for you?
It's very hard for me to choose because personally,
Mm-hmm.
I had difficulty with both of them during my training. But if I have to choose, I will say that speaking is the most challenging because when you when you
Same as
start learning when you start learning a new language, you stop. We have a French speaker. You
yeah.
had to stop thinking in the French way and you have to retrain your brain to think in the English way. That's
Mm,
the main difficulty. You have to, like Mr. Sally said, you have to choose the correct tenses to express your opinion. It's not very easy to speak in
definitely.
English.
Definitely. Okay. And I think it's a really good point. And I mean, it's so logical. There's nothing more to add. Yeah. French, I mean, the in terms of speaking, you're going to have to include both. I mean, grammar can just be written or spoken, but when it
Hmm.
comes to speaking, you cannot speak without using grammar. And I
Yeah.
think this also shows a little bit of how advanced your English is, because if you do understand this concept, it means you also have quite a bit of knowledge in the language for you to understand that
Hmm.
grammar is to be included in every single time that you speak. Then that means you've understood quite a lot in terms of English. So well done for